Thank you very much. Jan Galore, please come on stage.
Only you have the magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it began.
Thank you, Patrick.
It's been a rough time for data security.
The financial advisor at Morgan Stanley was fired. The employee is accused of swiping data on 350,000 clients.
80 million account holders. JP Morgan Chase suffered a breach that saw the theft of names, addresses, and emails. From corporate hacks to nude photo leaks, hundreds of celebrity photos were obtained from Apple's online storage system, iCloud.
Humiliating details that are coming out about that hack attack at Sony Studios.
That cyber threats are an urgent and growing danger.
Data security is one of the hottest topics within the industry these days, and not without reason, as research from Gartner shows that 2/3 of all employees take all data with them when they leave a company. And you might think that most companies have this covered, but in fact, they don't. And Quiver is the only true solution today that covers all aspects of data protection. And as you saw for Morgan Stanley, this was worse than disastrous. As an employee, copied 10% of their customer records and began selling the data of the 350,000 most wealthy customers of the bank. The result was huge brand reputation damage and massive lost business. And Quiver is the only true solution today that covers all aspects of data protection. We're creating the new standard of data control that ensures that companies of all sizes will never lose track of their data again. But we do not only provide insight and protect their data. We actually empower businesses to create true solutions that add value to their company and help them communicate in the modern world. As for example, with the ING, where we are helping them empowering multi-country teams to collaborate using the best breed of tools out there, such as Dropbox, Google Drive, and Evernote. And they can now do it in line with company policy, where they previously couldn't due to all the security risks and vulnerabilities associated with these products. Another example is where Quiver is helping ING to digitize banking access codes and PIN codes to make access instant and frictionless. So you no longer have to go to a local branch or wait for your banking access codes at home. They will just be shared with you digitally, so you can just have them for example, 48 hours, and they will only be viewable by you. Another example is Rabobank's own startup, MyOrder, where we are helping them increase security into the merchant sign-up process and helping them engage in smart contracting. But instead of just talking about it, let me show you how this works in real life.
The Timebox feature allows you to secure your data with a time limit directly in Microsoft Office. By pressing the Timebox icon in Word, you can set a custom time limit and share it instantly without leaving Word or using an email client. The receiver gets an email with an attachment, and when the attachment is opened, the document opens with a countdown of the time limit, and Quiver closes the document as soon as the time is consumed. And if you want to unshare your document before the time is finished, just click the Unshare button. With the Timebox and Unshare features, you are always in control. Quiver, the smart files of tomorrow.
This is only a part of what we can do. We can quiver almost any kind of file: text, audio, video, images, prevent screenshots, share based on the geolocation, stop downloads, and even go as far as preventing copy-pasting. Quivering means total control of access. And the reason this is so unique in the world today is that we don't create an encryption platform in the way that companies like Citrix do. We embed the security and encryption into the file themselves, which will give you full control over that file throughout its full life cycle and will allow you to track that same piece of information all over the internet, regardless of where it is and with how many people it has been shared. The last few months here at Startup Bootcamp have been nothing shorter than amazing. When we started, we only had a couple of companies interested in quivering their data. But since October, we have grown our pipeline to include all of these companies who are desperate to protect their data and to start quivering their company assets. And we're selling this solution already to to corporates with a business model that's based on a license fee and priced according to the size of the company. And customers are queuing up. We currently have a sales pipeline that's worth over $6 million, and we expect to hit revenue of $15 million by the end of 2015. We have raised over $1 million in investment so far in the last 6 months, which we use to build the team, the technology, and which we're also using to close our current sales pipeline deals. We want to open a Series A round in the second half of this year, where we aim to raise $20 million, of which we have already guaranteed 40% through our current investor contacts. Thank you. But we also realize that to capitalize on this product, we need to scale fast. And in order to scale fast, we're adding some highly experienced management to help us and make sure that we grow in a sustainable way. And as such, I would like to announce that David Beckett is joining our team. Now, most of you know David Beckett as the mentor of Startup Bootcamp, but he has also been a very good entrepreneur over the last 6 years and was also the former director of Canon. David is joining us to make sure that our staggering growth remains staggering and becomes even more incredible. We currently have a team of 12 people, of 13 people, that are all very ambitious and eager to show that we are the new standard of data protection. We have a crack team of developers and a virtual team of over 100 hackers that help us make sure that the product is ready and up for anything. When we started, everything seemed very impossible. And we thought it would be very difficult to get all of these corporates moving into getting our product into those companies. But what we've seen is that we now have some of the world's biggest brands and most recognizable brands in the world that don't see querying their data as optional. They see it as a must. And we want to become that global company to keep learning and growing until the world looks at their data and says, that's important, we'd better quiver it. In some ways, it feels really weird to be standing here and to telling you all this. I remember when I was just 11 years old, one of the co-founders and I, Yannick, we had a bunch of old computers at home, and we had written this very simple ping-pong-like game. And we would charge our friends from school 50 cents to come play it at our house. And at that time, we could only dream about conquering the world with our games and with our ideas. And Eric, also our third co-founder and CTO, he's a dreamer just like us. And we all embarked on this great adventure because we really believe that we can change something. And this picture that you see was actually our first office where myself and Yannick worked a lot of hours over the past 2 years. And I'm really proud to say that now we worked really hard to be standing here, and we worked really hard to create our own luck. And we can now finally say that we feel that we're on the verge of creating a multi-million-dollar company. And that's what we want. We want to conquer the world. We want to show to the world and prove that it's possible that the next technology giant is coming here from Holland. We want to be that exception that makes everyone feel proud. So if any of you today can help us achieving that dream, be it by giving us a great introduction or by buying our product for your company, you're helping us be one step closer to that objective and makes you also a part of that dream. Thank you.